You a gangster, you gonna really ride, huh? You really about that shit. You really down to hurt someone. Put your hands on someone, take them up through there. Why you so loud about it? For this video here, I'm gonna break it down and let y'all know how the loudest ones are always the weakest.
Well, hold down, man. Suitcase this, my cell phone, and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, everybody? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Y'all can also catch me on my gaming channel, KFROG Gaming. I'll be on there streaming day to day, and it's nothing but good vibes. For this video here, I'm gonna break it down to y'all, and I'm gonna be speaking on loudmouth ass people. All right. But the title and the name of the video is The Loudest Ones Are Always the Weakest. All right. And I'm going to break it down from an inmate's perspective of how it is in prison, how it is on the streets, you know, just how it is in general. You feel me? Now, the reason the loudmouths are always the weakest is because all you do is you cause attention. You understand? You make it to where more than the person that you are going through it with, more than just that person and you feel me, are the ones that are, you know, got an understanding, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are in your own little zone and shit. But instead, when you cause attention, when you want to be the loudest in the damn room, all you're doing is leaving a paper trail. Now, in prison, you have people that are constantly, you know, like this, 24/7. They're like this, back to back, back to back, back to back. And no one wants to take them serious, you feel me? Because no one wants to fall for the bait. They're basically bait, like when you go fishing. You know, they'll try to cause scenes and cause attention, try to call you out, put your name on blast, do all this rah-rah shit. And then all that it's doing is causing attention for other inmates who are possibly could tell on you also. You know, you're better off keeping people out your business. And as far as the COs, the officers, you know. Now, in prison, when a lot of people are loudmouths, when they're the ones that cause attention and cause a scene about every single thing, people try to hurry up and get their ass off the compound. People who don't even have anything to do with the situation. You understand? Because all they're doing is bringing heat to the dorm or wherever you're actually housed at. You understand? If you're in the chow hall and you got a cell phone on you, you know, and you just had to cut through the chow hall, eat your trays just to be able to circle around the whole compound, because you can only walk one way on the compound. Well, at least where I was at. You feel me? At Charlotte CI, it's like a oval. It's like the racetrack. You gotta like walk with traffic. So if I was walking, you know, and I got a cell phone on me and I gotta go on that side of the gate, but I have to walk this way, make a detour through the chow hall and all with my jack on me, right? I'm in there. I'm trying to be as low key as possible. But then you got someone that's going to cause a scene that has problems with you. You feel me? That wants to turn up and scream and all this shit and cause a scene. So all the inmates inside the chow hall, as well as the officers in the chow hall, can hear you. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's that do? That brings the attention on you. And then what happens if the police decide to grab you and that person? Then what? Now you got caught with a cell phone. You see what I'm saying? So you never want to be the loudest one. There's so many silent assassins inside a prison, it's unreal. And them ones right there are the ones that are winning, okay? I came across so many people in prison that got away with so much shit since they've been in there. And the way they did it was they was being silent. If you're going to go wet someone, if you're going to go beat someone up, do it. That's simple. You ain't got to broadcast it around the whole compound and let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to try to have every single person on the compound know you want to fight this individual, to spread the word, I want to fight this individual, or I want to wet this individual up. You don't ever want to do that, because all that's doing is leaving a paper trail. Now, if something happens to that individual who, you know, who is spreading all that word and doing all that rah-rah, the same person who, you know, that he wanted to fight or that he wanted to wet up and all this different shit, that's the person who's going to be held accountable for it. Believe it or not. If you have an inmate that's in A dorm on this side of the compound and he's constantly running his mouth saying, oh, he's going to wet this person up that's way on the whole other side of the compound in D dorm, you feel me? And now that person right there ends up getting his shit ripped open off camera somewhere. People go around and start questioning. Officers go around and start questioning. They're going to want to know, did he have beef with anybody? Did anybody see anything? Do you may have known what happened to this person? And I guarantee you, that person way down there in D-Dorm, their name's going to come up. Oh, well, nah, he had beef with this person. You see what I'm saying? And it shows a sign of weakness when you constantly do things like that. Because like I said, the ones that are winning are the ones that are low-key about everything. You know? And you know how it is. It ain't easy, you know, to get down to business without people, you know, spreading the word. But at the same time, it's the safest route. It's the best way to do it. And you ain't got to worry about shit. You just lock eyes on your target and you do what you got to do to them. No reason to spread word or no reason to make it to where this person should know you're coming for them. Or people shouldn't even really know y'all are beefing unless that shit happened in front of someone. You know? But instead, that word of mouth shit, that just shows weakness. Because for me personally, if I was in prison right now and I'm on that side of the compound and the dude that's saying all this shit about me is on that side of the compound, if I can't get to him instantly before that shit spreads around the whole compound, shit, I'm gonna send someone at him. You feel me? Straight like that. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be the one that gets held accountable anyways. From how many people know what time it is and how many people know from all the shit that he's done said, you feel me? I'm gonna have to send someone at him, you know? Because regardless of what happens, due to the word of mouth, it's gonna get back to me. It's gonna come to me. The police are gonna come straight to me. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like a lot of people who are loudmouths, they do that shit intentionally. You know, they purposely try to cover their trail by leaving paper trails. You see what I'm saying? Like, they'll do that on purpose. They'll cause a scene down here in this dorm just so that way, you know, that dorm knows what's going on. Next thing you know, 3 days later, they end up getting hit up on the rec yard. Everyone in that dorm that they caused the scene by is going to know where it came from. Even if the person who wet him doesn't even know he caused the scene and was spreading the word about it that much. You understand? That's just some loudmouth ass shit that they be doing. I seen a lot of people in prison get flipped over this shit. You know what I'm saying? I seen people get ripped open in their sleep just for telling one or two people that they want to fight this one person down in another dorm. You feel me? Word travels so quick. As soon as your mind is off of whatever's going on in there, it doesn't mean that it's over with. It just means that that message and that problem that is in your mind, it's transferred over to someone else, and it's being carried on through that person now. And then that one, and then that one, and then that one. So something that is so small and petty to you that you're not even thinking about no more, that shit's traveling like a fucking wildfire, you know? And before you know it, you get what I'm saying? No one likes that gossip shit. No one likes shit that's like soap operas, you know, going back and forth. Oh, he said this, he said that, he said this, he said that. Well, she's sleeping with him. Well, he was just sleeping with her 2 days ago. Or this, you know what I'm saying? No one really cares about none of that shit. And you'll find yourself in situations where you see a lot of that going on. You know what I'm saying? And to me, when it comes to being either the quiet one and just letting the other person go like this, or being the loudmouth one and not the quiet one, I feel like that there's a difference. It separates the boys from the men. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you ain't got to be loud. You feel me? If you know, oh, this dude over here on this other side of this compound, he tried you. So you know what, man? I'm finna give it to his ass. That's it. I'm finna walk up to him and I'm gonna air him out, bro. I'm gonna hit him with it like 4 or 5 times. If you know that you will do that, there's no reason for you to broadcast it. There's no reason for you to even mention it. There's no reason for you to any of that, because you know what you're capable of. Them ones that don't really know in their mind if they'll do it, or I'd say probably 7 out of 10 times won't do it. They try to get an audience. You feel me? They try to be the first ones to get an audience. That way they have people backing them up so they feel like they'll do it. They got to have other people hype them up to where they feel like they will do what in their mind they wish they were capable of doing on their own. You understand? And like I said, I've seen a lot of people inside of prison get flipped just for being a loudmouth. You know what I'm saying? So for anyone watching this video, if you ever find yourself incarcerated, it ain't got to be just prison. It could be as young as a detention center, as a juvenile. county jail programs, whatever it may be, anywhere, even in school, even if you're not incarcerated. It don't matter where it's at. Anywhere you find yourself in a situation, make sure you're not the loudmouth of it, all right? Because you never want to leave a paper trail. You never want to leave tabs on what may take place or what may happen. Because like I said, even if it isn't you that do something to that person, that shit's basically documented. You know what I'm saying? It's basically like every single time that person caused a scene or attention out there, it's just like written down. It's documented. You feel me? Just like on the internet. You know what I'm saying? On the internet. People put things on internet left and right. You know, that shit like that. It's all documented. So if anything ever happened to someone, even you, if anything ever even happened to you and you was loud-mouthing back and forth, you know, constantly selling out to someone and stuff like that, and something happened to you, they're going to go straight to that person who was talking shit, or, you know, straight to the person that you were talking shit about, I mean. You know what I'm saying? And that's leaving a paper trail. And it makes you look very weak. You understand? So don't be one of them type of people, because you'll find yourself in a lot of worse situations. It can be to the point of where people you don't even know will want your head just because of how of a loudmouth you are. You understand? You done cause some shit with some people just off of the strength of you being such a scene creator. You know, you cause a scene from a distance just to look like you're a gorilla when you're not. And now you might have it to where you got certain people around the world that you don't even know that just, you know what, bro, I'm gonna get his ass off the map. And that's the type of things you deal with on a day-to-day basis inside of prison. You feel me? You can literally just land on a camp coming from a whole nother compound. You don't know nobody on this compound, okay? And now you've been there for a little while, so now you get to know everybody. And then a new person comes on the compound just like you did months ago. That new person comes and causes a scene when he gets in an argument with you. And guess what happens? Guess what happens? The new person came and caused a scene with you. Even though them people there knew you first, okay? They're going to want to take care of that dude just because of how much attention he causes. It could be the other way around also. You could be there for a couple months and then a new dude come and you cause the scene on the new guy. And there will be other people there that don't even know the new guy that will go after you because you're causing a scene. And no one likes that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So just be discreet about whatever it is you have to do. And just keep that in your mind. And remember, the loudest ones are always the weakest. Because if they was truly about that issue and they was truly wanting to do what they claim they would want to do, they wouldn't have to cause a scene to do it. You understand? And that's facts. You see what I'm saying? Now, too many people get jammed up over paper trails that someone else left. You know what I'm saying? Too many people. It doesn't matter if you planned on it. It doesn't matter if you knew it was going to happen or any of that. That means you fell for the bait. You let that person knock you off your pivot. You feel me? You basically let them trick you off the streets. You know what I'm saying? You let them gas you up for so long. You know what I'm saying? Or trick you off the compound. You let them gas you up so long that you're like, you know what? I'm going to take action on this shit. That's it, bro. I'm tired of it. Now you slide over there and you see them on the rec yard or something and you decide to do what you do. Really, you didn't know that the officers been knew for a while that you and this individual had beef. They've been knew for a while that you and this individual had beef because of how loudmouth that person was. And they just didn't say nothing, the officers. They just fell back and just waited for you to react. It was like a trap because they knew the beef and the animosity y'all had. Word travels. And now they just fell back and they're like, you know what, we'll wait. He'll react to it eventually. You know what I'm saying? And then, bam, book him, Dano. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that you got to make sure you stay away from. No matter what you do, you keep your head up at all times and you make sure you know, fuck that clown. You know what I'm saying? He's a loudmouth. He's just trying to trick me. You know what I'm saying? You know, in prison, you just do your time, you go home. That's it. Like I said in prior videos, there's some people that do 20 years that come home. There's some people that get a year and a day and lose their life in there. So things ain't promised inside of prison. You understand? So you just got to make sure you hold your own, stick to yourself. You know, be careful who you put your trust in because everybody ain't your dog. A lot of them be poison. You know what I'm saying? And then that's it. and just maintain. If something ends up coming your way and you get into a conflict with someone, you handle that shit. Don't let it get to the time to where it don't spread it everywhere over the whole compound. Because then you're going to find yourself in a dirty, tricky situation if something ever happens to that person, whether you did it or not. So just remember that shit. Don't be the weakest one. Don't be a loudmouth. But anyways, man, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video on up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Keep them squares and them snakes and them rats out your circle. Y'all keep maintaining, man, and y'all have a blessed week. I'll see y'all in a couple days, man. This Frog.